guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name's Nikita and I have a 4-month baby girl called Willow. She was born through surrogacy. My sister-in-law gave birth to her and she is just over 4 months. So today is going to be her 4-month update. I'm just going to update you all on how she's been getting on, and she's changed absolutely loads since last time I did the update, so there's a lot to tell you all about. First of all, I just want to say that, you know, we're just going to have to do the video like this today. I've tried to film it. I didn't put one up last Friday, which I apologise if anyone were waiting for it to go up. It's just been absolutely mental. Now she's got older, she needs more attention all the time. She's a lot more awake and it's so hard to film. It's probably going to be easier to film like a day-to-day vlog, because it's so hard to just sit down and film like a talking video like this when she's awake and wants to play, because she has a very short attention span as well. So it's hard to do this kind of thing. So she's asleep at the moment. Hopefully she'll stay asleep for a while I do this video. But I've just got a baggy t-shirt on, which is even baggier because she likes to cling on to this bit here and pull it down, so all my tops are misshaped at the top. And I've also had my hair cut. If you watch his previous vlogs, I used to have it like probably down to here, but she kept on pulling on it and it was like so hard to manage, so I just decided to get a lot chopped off. So now it's a lot easier to wash, it's a lot easier to manage, and yeah, she don't pull it as much because she can't reach it, so that's a bonus. I now have the mum cut. So the first thing that I wanted to update you all on was her sleeping. So she, when we're trying to, because at the moment she sleeps in the bedside cot at the side of us, and she naps during the day on me. If I try put her down awake for a nap, she will not go to sleep. She'll just kick around, she'll be silly, she'll just lay there smiling at you. She'll think it's a game, she'll just think it's a joke, and she will not go to sleep for the life of her. I've had her in like the cot for about half an hour before, trying to be persistent, but she's just continued to wriggle and kick around and everything else, so that did not work. So she naps on me at the moment. I have got a well, in America you call it a pack and play, we call it a travel cot. So I've got like a travel cot for the living room, and it's got like a bassinet bit that goes in it, so she can lay higher, so it's not like a full low one. And I'm trying to get her to nap in there through the day downstairs, so she's been doing quite well with that. Some naps have only been like 20 minutes and I've had to get her out and she sleeps the rest on me. Sometimes, like now, I've put her in and she just will not go to sleep at all, but she's getting there. She will get used to it, hopefully. But I've got to remember that she is 4 months as well, and as everyone says, that they do usually go through like a regression at this age, so it might be due to that. She might just want to sleep on me. I mean, that's completely fine for now. I'm not trying to get her into a strict routine or anything like that at the moment. She's only still young. So yeah, it is what it is, whatever nap time. I mean, when she naps on me through the day all the time, it can be frustrating because I can't get anything done and I'm kind of stuck to the sofa or stuck wherever she naps on me for a good 1.5 to 2 hours. So I just find myself sitting here and watching vlogs or watching YouTube, and sometimes it can be really frustrating when you can't get anything done. So that's why I bought a travel cot to see if we could get her to nap in there. So I'll keep you all updated on how that goes. Asleep through the day, through the night, sorry, has been completely fine, like it always is. So what happens is we'll go upstairs, I will put her in a bedside cot, I'll put her teddy next to her. I know that people say you shouldn't sleep with a teddy, but she has like a little bunny that I put next to her and she likes to turn her head and put her arm on it. So we have that on there, and obviously I do take it out once she is asleep, but she does like falling asleep with it, and we are at the side of her watching her as well, so yeah, she's safe. I won't do anything that'd kind of risk her safety or anything like that. So she has a little bunny, she puts her head to the side, she has You and the Sheep, and I turn that on. We have the melody option on, and I think now, because we do that every bedtime, she kind of knows that it's time to go to sleep. She knows that it's bedtime. So I put the melody on the sheep, and she just kind of puts her head to the side and she drops off, and that's her done for the night. And she wakes up about 7, half 7. She has, the past couple of nights, she's been waking up at like 5, but I think that's just because a dummy drops out and she is like frantically looking around for it. So we are trying to get her to nap and sleep without a dummy in, like at the moment. So as soon as she goes to sleep, we try to take the dummy out, so then it doesn't startle her and wake her up like in the middle of the night or anything like that. But she don't wake up for any feedings through the night anymore. She just has a bottle at around 8 o'clock, half 7, 8 o'clock, and then she just goes to sleep, and then has one in the morning when she wakes up. So asleep on a night, fingers crossed, is perfect at the moment. We couldn't ask for anything more. I don't know if she'll go through the sleep regression or not, because she's just over 4 months, so we'll wait and see. Again, I'll keep you updated on all this as well. So that's asleep. And I've also put through the day, I've just made some little notes on my phone, but through the day, she when we do rock her, she used to kind of fight asleep and cry for about 1 or 2 minutes, and it's not like a painful cry, or it's just kind of a moany cry. So she'd used to cry for a bit until she went to sleep, but I've noticed that nowadays you'll like hold her like this, put a dummy in, and she'll be gone. She won't fuss that much nowadays. She just goes to sleep, so that's good. And next, I've kind of put play, so how she's like playing with stuff and interacting. So she loves to play with your hands. If you've got your hand in front of her, like going like this, she loves to grab it and look at things, lights, sounds. She's got a play mat on the floor, and she absolutely loves it. She's always trying to grab the things on the top, and then we put things like at the side of her but up a bit, so then when she like looks that way, her arms and her legs go across, so it's to help them kind of learn to roll over. So I've been doing that, and she actually gets on her side, and then you think she's gonna go, and she like flops back on her back again. So she's very close to rolling, but she's not there yet. Tummy time, she's doing a lot more better. She tolerates it a lot more. She actually smiles when she's on her tummy now. Before, she just used to cry and get all panicky and just be like, oh, like get me back to my normal self. But now she's tolerating a lot more. She enjoys it a lot more, and she loves playing with anything that's like colourful, and she likes the Lemaze Firefly. That's her favourite toy at the moment. So when I go out, I take it off a playmat and put it onto a side of a car seat, and she plays with that in the back of the car, which is obviously a lot better, because when we used to stop in the car at traffic lights or in traffic or anything like that, she used to cry when the car stopped. But now if she is awake in the car, which is very rare because she falls asleep straight away in the car, but if she is awake, she will just play with a toy, so she cries a lot less in the car as well. Anything else regarding a play that I can think of? She loves mirrors. She's got a playmat. She's got a mirror on a playmat down there, and when she looks in it, she kind of smiles to herself and starts like making screaming noises. So I don't know what she's thinking, or whether she thinks it's someone else, or if she actually knows that it's her. Like, you always think of these things, but oh, get comfy. But yeah, she always looks at herself in the mirror, and she always starts laughing to herself, which is really funny. So that's a play. She has started laughing as well. Sorry about this lighting. The blinds, it's quite sunny outside today, and the blinds are letting in so much light. Maybe if I move forward a little bit. But yeah, the blinds are letting in so much light at the moment, but it's so cold outside. I don't know how it's so sunny but cold at the same time. It looks like I've got like patterns in my hair. But yeah, I'll move forward a little bit so you can maybe see me. I just don't want to wake her up. But yeah, so that's her play. Again, like I say, development, she is putting her arm across and rolling onto her side, but she's needs to just get that leg over, and once she gets that leg over, she'll roll onto her belly then, and she'll be able to roll over. She has rolled from her belly to her back a few times, but not the other way yet. Also, like I say, what I was saying before this light distracted me, that she is laughing loads. She's got like a tickly spot just under her ribs, and as soon as you like tickle her there, she starts laughing. She finds just random things funny, so she'll just laugh. If you make a certain noise or anything like that, she'll laugh, and then you'll try to do it again and she won't laugh at all. So we haven't found that one thing, except from obviously her ribs that are tickly, and if you kiss her neck as well, she tickles. I can't even get my words together today, but if you kiss her neck, she laughs as well, so she must be ticklish like on her neck. So apart from them, we haven't found one thing that actually makes her laugh all the time yet. It's just when like Adam makes like stupid funny noises at her and stuff, because he's a child himself and he'll make funny noises at her and she'll laugh, and it'll just encourage him even more, and it'll end up being like back and forth, and he's quite cute. They'll be playing and laughing, and she finds him absolutely hilarious. When he comes home from work, she's always constantly smiling at him, which is lovely. So yeah, development, I think that's all that's happened. She knows how to hold things a lot more, like her Tiva. She's got like a matchstick monkey, it's called Tiva, and before she just used to drop it. We used to have to hold it in her mouth, but now she will hold both sides like this, and she will hold it up to her mouth while she chews on it. She will drop it now and again, but not as much as what she did, so she is getting a lot stronger with her grip as well. And the next thing I've got on my list is teething. So again, I don't think she's teething at the moment. She dribbles absolutely loads, but I have read that they do dribble at this age because their like taste buds and like the glands and everything are developing, so it just creates more like saliva, whatever you call it. It just creates more of that comes out of her mouth, so that's why she's dribbling a lot more, because she's not like fussy, or she hasn't got red cheeks, she's not in pain, so it don't sound like she's teething. She's probably just dribbling loads like babies do. Feeding, I have got next. Her feeding, if you've watched the previous vlogs, the feeding has been the most difficult thing with her. She went on to Caliph drops, she went on to Gaviscon, she went on to comfort milk. She had quite a hard time with her belly, so she's still on the comfort milk. She's on the Hip organic comfort milk, and at the moment she's having 7 ounces. Sometimes she'll have days where she drinks the full 7 ounces all day. Sometimes she'll have days where she just drinks 2 ounces, not 2 ounces, sorry. Sometimes she'll have days where she just drinks 5 ounces, 1 bottle. She varies, but most of the time she has 7 ounces every 4 hours. She has been getting a lot hungrier, so she'll have it like every 3.5 hours maybe. It's just whenever she's hungry really. Again, babies don't really have a schedule at this age. She's only still 4 months, so whenever she's hungry she gets a bottle. So she's having Hip organic comfort milk, and she's still having Gaviscon. Over the last 3 days I tried taking the Gaviscon out of every alternative bottle. So I tried doing one with, one without, one with, one without, and I found that after like 1 or 2 days of doing that, she was being sick a lot more. So yesterday I put Gaviscon in all of her bottles, and she drank full 7 ounces all the time, and she wasn't sick once. So I don't know whether it's too early or not to take away the Gaviscon, so I'm not going to do that at the moment because I don't want to obviously upset everything when we've just got it right on a level. Right, sorry, my mum just called then, so I had to break off, but I think I was going on about the Gaviscon. So what we do at the moment, she has 7 ounce bottles and we put 1 sachet of Gaviscon in. They do advise that you can put 2 sachets of Gaviscon in, but because it makes her quite constipated, we only put 1 sachet in, and she seems fine with that. She's not been sick or anything, so that kind of works. Gaviscon has made her really constipated, so when we make a 7 ounce bottle, the health visitor advised that we put like just over 7 water in, so we put a little bit more water in just to water it down a little bit. I don't know what's happening with his son, but I hope it's okay. So we put a little bit more water in the bottle, just over 7, and then we obviously put 7 scoops in and a sachet of Gaviscon. So it seemed to help a little bit. She's still a little bit constipated, but yeah, we really can't do anything about that unless we start shoving laxative down her. She's not constipated to the point where she's in pain or anything. It's just, without being a bit TMI, it's just a bit harder than usual. But it's not terrible, it's not bad, so I'd rather that be happening with her not being in pain than her being crying because she's got all this acid coming up. So yeah, 1 sachet of Gaviscon. Her feeding's absolutely fine, it's normal. As you can, if you've watched previous vlogs, you'll know that she had a tongue tie. So as soon as she had that snipped, she started feeding a lot better. So if you have got a baby that does have a tongue tie and it is affecting the feeding, then I advise to get it snipped when they're as young as possible. And well, obviously every baby's different, every situation's different, but it helped us absolutely loads because she was getting so worn out with trying to suck the milk out of the bottle because her tongue tie wouldn't let her tongue come right up. So she was getting so worn out, she was falling asleep halfway through the bottle and she wasn't eating at all or finishing her bottles. So when she got that done, it helped a hell of a lot. So yeah, that helped. So anything else to do with her feeding? Weaning. We will be starting to wean when she gets to 6 months old. Some people do it a lot sooner, but we're just going to start when she's 6 months because she can hold her head up by herself now, but she can't sit up by herself. She's still a bit unsteady when she's sat up. So we're just going to wait another couple of months, and apparently when they're 6 months the digestive system's all mature and developed as well. So yeah, we're just going to wait until then. There's no point rushing it, you know. We don't want to rush food down her. She's completely fine at the moment on her bottles. And then it gives us chance. I did like our public health service, like the NHS. They did like a weaning group on Facebook. It were a virtual one because of COVID and everything. So they just put like 3 posts a day on Facebook and with loads of information and loads of different links that you could go to. So I've been looking at everything on there and getting as much information as I can. We haven't decided yet whether to do purees or baby-led weaning. So purees is obviously, just as it says, pureeing food up. Baby-led weaning is cutting food into like finger-sized pieces that they can pick up and eat. At first, we might like do a combination of both just to see which she prefers, because at the moment she does actually like picking stuff up and putting it in her mouth. So I don't know whether she'll prefer baby-led weaning. And there was a link on there that actually said, which was one of my biggest fears, that she'd obviously choke on that. But there's like a study being done and there's no like differences. There's no increased risk in choking with either. So that put my mind at ease a little bit. Or you can do a combination of both with purees. So you can make the purees in a bowl, put a spoon in it, and you can let her feed herself. So she's still practicing the skills of picking the spoon up, putting it in her mouth and feeding herself, but it's still purees. So if you're a little bit anxious about giving them like solidy food yet, then that might be an option. That's still, you can do a bit of both there. So that's the feeding. Anything else that I need to update you on? I'm trying to think. A sleeping, a feeding, a playing, a development. I mean, she's just so funny at the moment. She's so cheeky and she knows it. You go out of the room and she will scream, or she'll pretend to cry. She'll make pretend cry noises to get your attention. You'll come back in thinking that she's in tears and she'll be sat there smiling at you in the bouncer. So she's really cheeky. It's really fun because her personality is coming out now, and yeah, she's just getting really cheeky, and it's so nice to watch, even though she's so funny. But yeah, if you go out of the room or you don't play with her for a bit, she'll kind of make noises to get your attention. And then if you sat with her and she like makes a noise, if you like make a screeching noise or you scream, then she'll scream back at you. Like, it'll be a back and forth conversation of screaming. So that's fun. But yeah, apart from that, I think that's all. Her clothes, all 0 to 3 now, is completely out of the window. She used to fit in Asda's 0 to 3 George, because they were really big sizes, but even they're not fitting her anymore. She's in 3 to 6 months, which she should be because she's 4 months, but she did used to fit into some Asda clothing when she was past 3 months. And just an update on how I'm doing as well. I'm doing completely fine. Obviously it's a lot more harder work. She's getting a lot heavier, so when I hold her or when I bounce her or when she wants picking up all day, I mean, my arms are absolutely killing me. She weighs, I think she weighs just over a stone now, because I stood on the scales and weighed myself, and then I stood on them again when I was holding her, and it went to just past a stone. So my arms are absolutely killing me, like absolutely killing me. And yeah, she's getting really heavy now, and anyone that comes round and holds her as well, they're like, the day afterwards, they're like, God, my arms are falling off. So she still thinks she's a baby. She still wants to, I mean, look at her head. I mean, her head weighs a lot as it is. But yeah, she's lost most of her hair, if you can see. She used to have like, this bit's growing back on the top, but she's just got little patches here and there, so she's losing a little bit of hair. But it is growing back. It's growing back like an auburny colour, so it's like a brownie, but then when it's in the light you can see it's got like a gingery tinge to it. Adam's got ginger hair naturally, but as he got older it got really dark and like it's more of a brownie colour now, but his beard still grows back ginger. So it's got like a ginger tinge to it, so it's like an auburny colour, which is really nice. But yeah, we're on about me anyway. So yes, sometimes I have hard days, so if she's like really fussy or she wants to be held all day, and like by the end of the day I'm absolutely exhausted. And Adam comes home and bless him, he's had a hard day at work. He's working on a project at the moment at work, and he just wants a few minutes to himself. I want a few minutes to myself because I've been looking after Willow all day. So it's hard to kind of balance things, because I understand both our roles are important as each other. And I'll go more into this in another video on how I'm feeling and how it affects your relationship. But both our roles are as important as each other. I'm at home all day making sure that our daughter is fed, changed, she's happy, she's, you know, sleeping okay. And Adam earning money, is working, is, you know, putting all his effort into this project that he's doing. He's getting stressed there. He hardly has 2 minutes in the day. Sometimes he don't even have a dinner. So he comes home, he wants a bath, he just wants to chill. And when he comes home, at the same time, I'm like wanting to pass Willow over because I just want 2 minutes. I mean, even if it's me cooking tea, even though that's a job to do, like not a chore, but even if it's a job, I still like to cook tea because I have like 2 minutes just to myself without her hanging off my arms, so my arms get a bit of a rest. So it is hard to balance things, and through the day sometimes. It is hard. Sometimes what we've been doing is we've been going out. It's freezing, absolutely freezing at the moment. I mean, we went out the other day and walked around like a, I think it's a lake. Walked around a lake near us, and it was so cold. I had Willow in a hat and her gloves and the foot muff on the pram and everything, but it were absolutely freezing, like so cold. So I can't wait till it gets to summer. I can't wait till it gets a little bit warmer and we can go out for walks all the time, and she's not sat there just like frozen like a block of ice. She was just sat there in a pram, like not moving at all. Her eyes were just like moving like this slightly back and forth. But we got a bit of fresh air and it got us out the house. Sometimes it can get a bit overwhelming inside, but I still need to get out and go to some like mum and baby groups or parent and baby groups or whatever, because I haven't been to them yet. I'm not great at socialising, to be honest. I'm not great at like talking to people. I don't find it easy, and like I have suffered in the past from really bad anxiety and everything. So, and still in moments, ooh, big stretch, and still in moments like that I do get really anxious, like meeting new people and everything. So it is something that I need to take like a step. I need to take that leap and go out and meet other mums and stuff and have a chat and take her to some play centres and stuff. I really do need to do that. So that's one thing on my list for this year. But yeah, I'll talk more. I'll do a separate video on how I'm feeling and kind of how I'll go more into how having a child can affect your relationship and what you can do to like solve that or anything like that. No. I think she's waking up now, so we best wrap this video up because we won't be able to film while she's awake. Nice. She was looking for a dummy, bless her. I always give in and give her a dummy, don't I? But yeah, apart from that, I'm feeling okay. Like I say, some days are better than others, but I'm finding ways to manage that. So like I say, we're going out, or you know, I just take 2 minutes. She's a bit more independent now, so she'll go sit on a play mat. Well, I take 2 minutes and sit on the sofa with a drink or something, even if it's just like putting her somewhere safe, like on a play mat where she can't go anywhere. I mean, she's not rolling at the moment, and then I just go up and, you know, I get to go to the toilet, or I get to eat my dinner without her hanging off me. Even that's nice. But yeah, I keep saying it, but I'll make a separate video about that because I could go into that for quite a while and I'll just be rambling on forever. So yeah, 4-month update, everything's going fine. We have no problems at the moment with sleep or eating. Yeah, we don't really have many problems at the moment. I go back to work in the UK. We can have a year off, but we only get 9 months maternity pay. So the last 3 months are paid. So if I'm going back to that job, then I will be going back after 9 months. So I've got another 5 months left. Again, I'll talk about that in the next video as well. But yeah, I hope you have all been okay and been well and stayed safe. Obviously we're coming a bit out of the COVID now. It's phasing out. I think next week they're getting rid of all the restrictions. It can be scary for a lot of people because it has obviously taken family members, taken lives and everything like that. So it is scary that, you know, if you get a positive test, you're allowed out now. Well, from, I think it's March, not next week, sorry, March. So yeah, that's a little bit scary, but we're getting there. The world's getting back to normal. Hopefully we'll be able to go out and everything in the summer. You want to say hello? She thinks this is funny. This is another thing that she's been doing. So she'll, because I once pretended to eat her hand, whenever she's trying to go to sleep or I hold her like this, she always puts her hand here for me to kiss her hand or pretend to eat it again. Oh! Hey, what's up? What's up? Oh! Is that you? Is that you? Who's that? Oh! Oh, are you so tired? Oh no. I think she's still a bit tired, bless her. So yeah, subscribe if you're new. I'll put out a new video soon. It'll be all about like mental health, like how having a baby can affect you mentally, affect your relationship, and how I'm feeling and dealing with it. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys.